I had been dating Jenna for almost a year, and things felt serious to me. I thought we were building something meaningful, even if we hadn't labeled it married. One evening, as I suggested planning a weekend trip together, she looked at me sharply. "Stop acting like we're married, we're just dating," she said. Her words hit harder than I expected. I paused, trying to understand whether she was joking or expressing frustration. I replied honestly, "You're making it sound like what we have isn't real. I care about us, and I think we're serious." Jenna sighed and looked away. "I just need to take things slow. I don't want to rush into labels or expectations." I nodded, trying to mask my disappointment. I understood taking things slow, but I also felt the weight of her words against the feelings I had built over the past year. The next few days were tense. I found myself overthinking every interaction, analyzing whether I was acting too married or not enough. I decided to have an honest conversation with her, choosing a quiet cafe where we could speak without distractions. "I want to understand how you feel," I said. "I'm not trying to rush you, but I also want clarity on where we stand." Jenna admitted that she valued our relationship but feared commitment too quickly. Past experiences had made her cautious. I listened carefully, realizing that patience was necessary. Love sometimes requires navigating fear and uncertainty together. We discussed boundaries, expectations, and how to communicate more openly about our feelings. Over time, Jenna began to show more comfort with planning and shared experiences, though she still hesitated with labels. I respected her pace while maintaining my own standards for commitment and honesty. We grew closer, learning to enjoy the relationship without forcing titles or definitions prematurely. Our dates became more intentional: weekend trips, cooking together, and sharing personal stories that deepened trust. I realized that the married behavior I exhibited was really about care, respect, and shared responsibility, which didn't have to conflict with dating. Jenna gradually recognized my dedication and reciprocated in small but meaningful ways, showing affection and commitment without words. I reflected on my own need for security and realized that actions often speak louder than labels. The tension eased as we built routines and rituals that felt natural, like Sunday morning walks and weekly movie nights. I learned to balance my desire for commitment with her need for gradual progression. We communicated openly whenever one of us felt uncomfortable or misunderstood, preventing resentment from building. Over months, Jenna's confidence in our relationship grew, and she began initiating plans and shared responsibilities. I realized that patience, empathy, and honest dialogue are key to building trust in any relationship. The more we respected each other's pace, the stronger our bond became, even without official titles. I also reflected on the importance of self-awareness, understanding my own needs while honoring hers. We celebrated small milestones together: a year of dating, a special anniversary dinner, and shared achievements in our personal lives. Jenna's initial resistance became less about fear and more about understanding herself and our dynamic as a couple. I felt proud that I had maintained honesty and patience without compromising my values or pressuring her. We began to plan for future possibilities together, discussing goals, dreams, and how we could support each other long-term. Even without the word married, our relationship deepened into something more intentional, meaningful, and resilient. I realized that love isn't always about labels. It's about commitment, understanding, and shared growth. Jenna and I continued to nurture trust, showing that actions, care, and communication often define a relationship more than a title. I felt a quiet satisfaction in seeing our relationship mature naturally, without forcing definitions or expectations. We celebrated each moment together, knowing that patience and understanding create a strong foundation for any future. Over time, I saw that her initial hesitation was a reflection of past experiences, not a lack of love or interest. We learned to compromise, respect boundaries, and enjoy the present while remaining open to future possibilities. Our bond grew stronger with shared experiences, mutual support, and clear, honest communication. I realized that love requires flexibility, empathy, and sometimes accepting uncertainty while building trust. Jenna eventually acknowledged the depth of our connection, showing that trust and commitment can exist without immediate labels. I appreciated the journey, understanding that relationships thrive when both partners feel respected and safe. We continued planning shared goals and experiences, reinforcing the connection without forcing definitions. Through this process, I learned that patience, honesty, and empathy often matter more than formal commitments. Our relationship matured, balancing independence with shared responsibility and care. I recognized that love sometimes requires navigating discomfort and uncertainty with courage and understanding. We moved forward as a team, building trust, communication, and shared experiences that strengthened our bond. In the end, I realized that relationships are defined not by words but by actions, understanding, and mutual respect.